So yeah, for one, isn't he a bum or something? Like, hey you guys, I'm sorry, YouTube kept copywriting my intro for this specific video, so let's just pretend like there's music there. What's up, dude? I'm tired of the hey you guys, hey girl. I'm sick of it. What do you want? You're so spoiled. We're not even gonna waste much time today on an intro. You're here. I appreciate you. I love you for tuning in. Thank you for my hair. Jesus, this is embarrassing. What's going on? How are you feeling today? How are we doing? As always, I want to thank you guys for, of course, tuning in. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. And let's just get right into it because it's really nothing long to really talk about in the intro. So before we get into this video, you already know what the video is going to be on based off the title. We do have to say our affirmations, and today's affirmation will be, I am capable of achieving my goals. And I definitely know for a fact that I have affirmations up here already that kind of, you know, correlate to the affirmation I said today. But I really have, well, not that I have to, but I feel it's really important to instill in ourselves that we can achieve our wildest dreams and we can make everything that we imagine come true. Because there's a lot of evidence today in the world that we do live in a society with people who don't really believe in themselves, people who lack self-worth, people who lack confidence, people who, you know, just lack the mindset of being able and being capable of doing something. You really have people out here who, you know, limit themselves to a very small part of themselves, and they are not open to new beliefs and new beginnings and new structure and new goals and new way of living to get to where they actually want to be, because they are, you know, fearful, which I understand. They are filled with a lot of fear and anxiety of, you know, not achieving these things, going after certain things and not being able to achieve them. But I'm here to tell you that every single thing, no matter what it is in life, there are going to be failures. There are going to be times where it's not going to be the best. There are going to be down times. It does not mean that you are not capable of achieving your dreams. Just because something knocks you down doesn't mean that you stay down. You fight back and you get up, okay? And every single time you fail, you know, going towards something, it's not really failing, it's more so learning, and you are getting closer to where you want to be. You just have to keep moving forward and keep moving in the right direction and have the faith that you are going to get exactly where you want to be in life, okay? I think people don't understand that, you know, we have the power in us to get the things that we want out of life, no matter what it is. But we don't have the power in the say of how to get there exactly. You understand? So it's like you have control, but you don't have full control. You know, you can steer and direct where you want things to go, but just because you have steered it to go the right way doesn't mean that every single thing on that path is going to go right. You're going to have challenges, you're going to have hiccups, and that is natural and that is normal. You never reach greatness without failure, okay? No one ever, you know, just jumps to the top of the mountain. Like, no, you have to climb there no matter the weather, no matter how you're feeling, no matter, you know, if you feel like quitting, you have to keep climbing the mountain in order to make it to the top. Plain and simple. And as we all know, when you're climbing a mountain, or if you ever climbed anything just in general, it's harder to climb up, but it's easier to come back down, okay? So you just think about that, all right? So once again, the affirmation for today will be, I am capable of achieving my goals. Now, let's get into the tea, baby. Okay? So I want to talk about a situation that recently just happened on social media. And is that a way to put it? Recently just happened on social media. Recently have occurred on social media, because I'm pretty sure it happened, whatever. Which is Kiki Palmer boyfriend abusing her. Allegedly, because I want to say allegedly, even though if you know, you know, but I want to say allegedly because I don't want to make it seem as if, you know, like I know the facts and I'm just putting the facts out there. Allegedly all over social media or over the media just in general, you know, there is footage of him putting his hands on her. And I really wanted to talk about it because I've seen a lot of people's, you know, comments and stuff like that. And I want to say, for one, I'm sorry for Kiki Palmer that she has to be going through this, because I remember her speaking up about being sexually assaulted with Trey Songz, by Trey Songz. So, you know, it's very disheartening. I can't imagine, especially with the person that you have a child with, you know, and then your stuff is out there on social media. I don't know who, I'm pretty sure she probably leaked it, or I don't know exactly who leaked the information. I heard that her mom spoke out. I didn't see that video yet because I wasn't really digging for it. But I want to say prayers to you, and it's very disheartening, and I command that, you know, you get out of this in the best way possible. Okay. So yeah, for one, isn't he a bum or something? Like I went to go online, look up you know, what is his career. Supposedly he's a fitness coach, or what is he again? Okay, so apparently he works in both fitness and entertainment. Let's look up Kiki Palmer's net worth, even though the numbers here are going to be a little inaccurate, but it's going to be enough to give us a jump start. Okay, at least 7.5 million, at least around that number. Okay, it could be more, it could be a little less, whatever. We're just going to go with that, right? This is exactly why you don't be a man's life support. This is exactly why. Because to be honest with y'all, when I seen the first incident with them on social media, when he didn't like what she wore. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, everyone is entitled to their own feelings. You know, there's nothing wrong with him feeling the way that he felt. The issue was him coming on social media like a little girl, speaking up on it when he got a girlfriend at home. Not even just a girlfriend, but she is the mother of your child. That you can, what kills me with people, these couples, is that you can simply send a text, a phone call, even if they are ignoring you and they're not answering you, and you might see them on social media, I'm pretty sure they're going to answer eventually. They're not going to ignore you for the eternity of time. But no, you being like, oh, I need to answer now, I need to answer now, I need to answer now. You then resort to other ways to communicate with them, and then that's how you have everybody in your business. Like, seriously. Like, I want everybody to take us out the group chat. Like, seriously, I don't want to, bro, I'm tired. Like, seriously, I should not know as many people, strangers' business as I do. I just shouldn't, you know? Because even with this incident, like who put this incident on the internet? Why couldn't we just go to the police? They part their ways secretly, you know, because now you give people like us the opportunity to speak in and weigh on our opinions on your situation, which is very unfortunate for you, you know, because it is your business, but we gonna talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? And then like they hate when people talk about their business, but like you put your business out here, so I'm like, I'm so confused. But anyways, before I started rambling, child, because yeah, what was I saying? What was I saying? See, I done lost my train of thought, child. Okay, because yes, after the first incident, right? Yes, it was very wrong of him to go on social media and explain and express himself. Like, you should have called the mother of your child, you know. I would even say call a friend, call a mama, call a daddy, call whoever, but don't call us. You get what I'm saying? Don't call us. Delete our number. We are good. Okay. But even looking back at that now, like, And I even thought for a minute, because I thought after a while, maybe at first it was, it was very, I don't want to say it wasn't real or fake, but it was very much a more serious situation. And I feel like they then started to take it and they started to milk it. I think she made a song or something, and then she made t-shirts or something, and then she started. And I said, okay, well, they somewhere, while we talking ish, they're somewhere laid up giggling at the situation or whatever the case may be, right? But now that I even think about it, because it really seemed like she's the head of the household, because she is making more money. I mean, it's very obvious. Like, like they say, like, when a woman is paying for everything and she's paying the bills and she's doing this, she's doing that, she could really like do whatever she wants. Like you as a man can't really tell her what she can and can't do, what she can and can't wear, because you don't even pay for nothing. What are you doing? What are you doing? And not saying that, a man paying for something is, how he gets his role or whatever. But at the end of the day, like, the saying out there is that men are providers and protectors and all this other stuff. And how can a man protect and provide for you if you are providing and protecting his ass? You understand? And that's why I say there's a difference between being a man's support and then being his life support. I definitely feel like, if you met a guy and you really, really like him, and you generally mess with him, trying not to curse on here. Like, it's okay to be supportive if he is driven, he's ambitious, you believe in him, he has things that he want to do. Especially, I feel like in this day and age, if you are around my age, just around 22, I know a lot of guys out there that be on their P's and Q's, and like that. I feel like those situations are something to be very supportive of. Like, yes, I'm here for you, I have your back, I'm here for you emotionally. If you need somebody to talk to, maybe if you need help in certain areas, and if I have the ability and capability to help you, then yes, I will help you. But will I take you from where you are to where you want to be? No. You understand? Because I feel like at that point, a man really feels emasculated, and he would resent you eventually for getting him to that point, because always in the back of his mind, it's like, oh, well, she did this for you, and she did that for you, and she did, and it starts driving him crazy. Especially men who don't talk a lot. We don't know their areas, but a lot of men really, the thoughts that be really going in their head, the deep dark thoughts, like a lot of people, I guess, don't really, talk about them. And so it really eats them up inside, knowing that, even though you do have men out here, I'm not gonna lie, you have men out here who's okay with, getting up off of a woman. Like they're okay with making a whole lifestyle out of a woman. But do they stay with her? I'm just saying. Do they stay with her though? Do they really stick around? You know what I'm saying? And even on that tip, right? And not saying that this is Kiki Palmer's fault of in any way, shape, or form, but at the end of the day, I'm a firm believer. I don't care what the situation is. I'm a firm believer. And everything that happens in your life, good or bad, is literally your fault in some way, shape, or form. It's literally your fault in some way, shape, or form. After a certain age, everything that has happened in your life is literally your fault, right? And so I say that to say that, as Kiki Palmer, right? Just being, I feel like, from woman to woman, person to person, human to human, you have to have within yourself a certain type of spirit, a certain type of energy that attracts a man that you gonna have to be his life support, and you're okay with doing so. Because not to say that, men who need life support don't come around often, but every single man that, looks or turns your way, you're not attracted to. The ones that you are really attracted to, decide to lay in bed with, and you want to get emotionally connected with, and all the other things, those are the ones that you feel you really have a connection to. And why would you feel like you have that connection? Because you feel like something deeper within inside you guys are connecting you, right? And so I say that to say, to even, because I've experienced that low-key. Now did I fully go through it like Kiki Palmer and really be his life support? No. Because you got to really check yourself. You got to check yourself and go, like, you just really have to check yourself. I can't say exactly how to check yourself or, the questions to ask in this situation, because we don't really know the full situation. We don't know how their relationship started, things that he said to her, how he treated her. We don't know those things. But I'm just saying, like, you know, we all know what a man that needs a woman and trying to get off a woman, we all know what that looks like, you know. And at the end of the day, if you feel yourself in that position and you see yourself wanting to, you know, put a lot of things that you have on the line, if you see yourself wanting a man so bad, kind of, that it's like, you know, I love you so much that I'll provide for you. I don't know, like, even me saying that kind of sounds crazy, like, and I feel like that comes from, you know, wanting approval. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of women, especially if their dads, even if your dad is in your life, your dad probably never affirmed you the way that you wanted him to. Your parents maybe never affirmed you. Your parents never told you were good enough, or they never told you that, you know, like, high five for this, great job for that. They might, you know, always tear down your accomplishments, whatever it is. You could always find yourself, you know, trying to prove yourself to your parents. I feel like if you never heal those wounds, it's really having a fragile sense of self-worth, you know. And if you never heal that wound, really understanding your worth, understanding that you deserve a man who's going to provide for you. You do not deserve a man who's going to hit on you. You do not deserve a man who's going to verbally abuse you. You do not deserve a man who's going to be mean to you. You deserve a man who's going to court you, who's going to protect you, who is going to, you know, provide for you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, in every way, shape, or form. He's going to be the man that you have and dreamed, you know, envisioned. You will find yourself putting yourself in situations where you're okay with settling for less for a person because you want their approval. You know, it's like saying, it's like when women go, like, oh, maybe it ended because I didn't do enough. Maybe if I would have did this differently, maybe if I would have said that, maybe if I would have, you know, took him back one last time, maybe he would have cheated, and maybe if I would have done all these different things. And I'm here to tell you that regardless of what you did or didn't do, things were going to play out the exact way that it is. So it just goes to show that it's not you. You understand? Like, it's never really you, right? Like, you know, both parties play a role in a situation. So I'm just saying, for her spirit to attract that type of man, you know, really just goes to show we got to work on our healing. We got to work on our self-reflection. We have to heal those inner child wounds, because it's evident that time after time we're always, you know, seeking out partners and seeking out connections that, you know, is trauma bonding at the end of the day. And like I said, I can't really fully speak on the situation really with guaranteed facts, because we don't know Kiki Palmer and we don't really know her situation. But just looking on the outside in, you know, you can tell, you know, something, you know, you can tell about something because you have been through similar situations. It's kind of like, you know, so yeah, it's very unfortunate. I was really praying, you know, that they like really are allegations, but they do seem to be true. Which is very unfortunate, not only for her, but for the child as well. And that's what I'm saying too, with it being leaked out on the internet. Now you guys have a son together. Your son, when they get to a certain age, especially knowing that a lot of times these days we have a lot of young children on social media, on the internet, on, you know, just electronics in general, and know how to use them very profoundly. Okay, you know, just imagine, like, you know, being a kid and not knowing exactly like why your parents have separated, whatever the case may be. You know, sometimes, you know, parents wait till you're a certain age for you to find out certain things, and like they can go to school and it be a rumor, or, you know, they can go on the internet and find it themselves, and they're like, oh, like is this what happened? Like, you know, and just imagine like what that does to a child's mind at the end of the day, which is why everything literally should not be put on social media. It just shouldn't, especially when you have kids or you're planning to have kids. Because these things really never get deleted. They're always there on the media. You can always find them, dig them up somewhere. Point blank, period. So my heart is out to the baby for sure. I'm always here for the kids. And definitely Kiki Palmer as well. Definitely. And it just goes to show, ladies, don't be a man's life support. If you want to support him, I believe wholeheartedly in supporting somebody that you really care about. Or even like, in a sense, if you guys are both down, you know, you guys are both trying to get y'all ish together. Like, if you don't got it together and he don't got it together, and y'all want to come together and mix some ish and get y'all ish together, and y'all putting in both to work 50-50, you know, or 100-100. Yeah, not even 50-50. He's putting in 100 of his, you know, time, work ethic. You're putting 100 of your time, work ethic. Okay, it's like, okay, it's like a give and take at the end of the day. No one's getting anyone else up. We are doing this together as a team. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that is less emasculating to a man. But for you to be, you know, already so far off in your career, Kiki Palmer has been famous for God knows how long, a very, very, very long time, since a lot of us was younger. And for you to be dating a man who is, it seemed like even when you Google what he does, like he's still trying to figure it out. Like he's in fitness and entertainment. Okay, what does that mean? What does it mean? Right, exactly. You can't even tell me right now. Like it's like, how are you in fitness and entertainment at the same damn time? Those like two different, like what? Anyways, yeah, I can see. And a lot of times if a man is emasculated, what happens is like he ends up either leaving you or abusing you emotionally, mentally, physically, because he feels like he has to show his power and authority in another way, because he can't show it with providing and protecting. You already covered that part, Pookie. You understand what I'm saying? You already did that portion, so what else can he do? He can just use his manpower strength. You know what I'm saying? Like a man's palm could just beat a woman in general. Like just seriously, like a man's palm is stronger than you as a woman. You understand? And that is something that's very, very eye-opening. You understand? Like their strength is just, it's the way their body is, you know, coded and stuff like that. It's just much differently than ours, which is understandable. But when they feel emasculated, they then go, okay, well then let me use my strength to show my authority, because then that's the only way that they know how to do so. Anyways, I thank you guys for tuning in 101. I thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you for watching this full video if you made it all the way here. And I hope to see you next time. Bye. Don't be that man's life support, okay? Tell him get off his ass and go do some work. And you there for him at the sidelines going, cheers, yay! Yeah, because that's all you're getting.